Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome, to an interesting looking desktop now, isn't it? This is apparently Metaverse Enterprise Solutions, which is new for DDLC+. If I were to click on this, it'd bring me to the actual game. But there was extra stuff in there, which is really interesting. Not gonna lie. Yeah, and that happens when I click exit DDLC and return to desktop, quote unquote, and it brings me to this, which is the actual menu for the game, which is hilarious. So you got different music. This is a new one. You got pictures, you got mail, you got files, you characters, you got game files. Look at these game files. Anyway, so we're gonna actually play the game now. It's really neat, not gonna lie. I like the attention to detail they put into that one. Return to desktop, quote unquote. Yeah, that one took me by surprise when I hit quit. Anyway. Use skip button to fast forward through text you've already seen. Okay. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked real hard to find these three. To me, that's why they were so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Well, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this. So, in the last episode, I gave Yuri my quote-unquote French/Spanish romantic voice that I developed for Steins Gate because I needed a new voice. And that one is fucking hell on my throat, A, and B, it kind of sounds similar to the protagonist. So I'm going to give her a different voice that's incredibly distinct. Just need to determine what. Like, I got British, I got, the faux Russian one, I got, Southerner, and I got, basically, protagonist Kun. Sure. So, Keywii, what kind of things do you like to read? Yeah, fuck it. You know what? She's a robot now. Yuri the robot. Considering how little I've read these past few years, don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Yeah, my throat is already dead. Have my drink available. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change, you know. People change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anime cliche dialogue is some of the worst, but also some of the best. It's really funny. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so relieved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. It's too scary, threw it out the window. Which was impressive. I was in the basement at the time. I desperately grasp for something I can relate to on a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. Stereotyping. In fact, it's the quiet ones that usually like the horror. Couldn't tell you why. It just sort of seems to be the pattern I've noticed. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Oh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just, you know, it's not cutesy or anything. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. It's Don't want this boy to find out. Oh, that's right. You usually like to write down about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gave you that idea? You left a scrap piece of paper behind at the last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. What the fuck? Why you do this to me? And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes are poems. Everything you do is as cute as you are. Including that aggression thing you're so adorable when you punch everyone's faces. Sayori saddles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. What the hell told you that? Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. I mean, this is a literature club after all. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. She averts your eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have experience writing too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monaghan. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Keywii? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. You know, what's that? You better not be trying to rope yourself out of this. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Never said to be joining this club. Okay, different protagonist voice. Holy shit. I cannot deep throat for right now. Never said I'd join this club. I'll give it a subtle deep throat. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Still have other clubs to look at, and blah. And then he like slowly leaves the room backwards. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. You look dejected. You look intrigued. You look dejected, and you look kind of pissy. But I'm sorry. I thought, Keywii, I'm defenseless against these girls. I'm supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this. Wait, I know what voice to give the protagonist. Alright, get ready for this. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend spend every day with these beautiful girls. Okay, well I can't do it on that one. I need like a full sentence here. Okay, it's decided then. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Wow, that did... I'm trying to do like a Boston, like Brooklyn thing, and it just became Natsuki's voice. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Yeah, this is the struggle of voice acting. You try and do something, and you try and get it down. Especially in improv, it's really difficult. So he wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Fucking damn it. You really did scare me for a moment. If Aurora just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. So I almost was. I almost punched you. And it makes it official. Also, don't let Natsuki punch you. She has a mean right hook. Welcome to the Literature Club. The best mistake you've ever made. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. Looking at that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. With a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Keywii, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. This time. What was that? Nothing. Yeah. I can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Keywii, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. This ship I like to call the Boston Tea Party. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Monique. Will I really be happy spending every day of this after school in the clubhouse? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And yes, that starts with writing a poem tonight. You know, that part of the game. Time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. This is actually interesting because the way they did this... Oh, you can say... Oh, I need... The way they did this was if you write poems, then the other... basically you can unlock the side stories through these poems. So, let's start with a beautiful sunset. It's an unrequited night of fucking sensation. It's an extraordinary time filled with determination and milk. Although secretive, the vivid promise felt frightening at first, but that's only because the journey was unstable and calm. I found comfort in those times, but I also found romance and candy. The universe told me a secret. That secret was that an intellectual like you will desire shame. Alright. Again, Keywii. Glad to see you didn't run off on us. Nah, don't worry. It might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Keywii. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. The hell? Sorry, I just heard some vibrations nearby, like a controller vibrating, but anyway. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you weren't accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. He's a boy. They already have slacks. You told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. You fucking weirdo. Last year too. Why don't you join clubs? Be social, you stupid bastard. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hanging out or what. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I haven't yet. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! You stupid! Fucking damn it! Why does everyone treat me so badly? Swiftly defeated. Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Keywii always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Helps me with the busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, well, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Yeah, you know, I didn't notice that one. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Keywii can become good friends too? Sayori said. Sayori said it. No, wrong voice. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. I remember the Game Grumps bit where they just, like, did this on loop for a while. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. You know, because I'm the man. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. He reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. It's the Bible! I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. It's filled with only pictures. There are no words. Your first assignment is to describe the pictures using only Braille. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted to. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yay, thank you! I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Oh, okay. Like, I was accidentally going between Sayori and Yuri just making an actual poem. And, I was wondering which one would take the cake. At the same time, I would feel bad for distracting you from reading. Then she comes to the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She knows me noticing her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sigh. I was just spacing out. I'm out of this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have even noticed you in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's a book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. No. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go, because I don't notice. 'Cause I'm stupid. Yeah, I'll definitely start reading it soon. Don't you worry. Okay, I got this, alright? I'll give that book a read. It's gonna be wicked. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down, as I will have taped it to your hand. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. This book is titled Portrait of Markov. You know, that short story that is real easy for me to read at the beginner level that you got me. Anyway, that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, I'm Keywii. Great to hear yourself for a delightful day. I might mess around with more of the different voices I do. Mostly, I just need to not have a deep voice. Anyway, I love you all. Goodbye.